Stuck in traffic, working out, away from your computer? Listen to Red Pill Philosophy on the go on your smartphone using the free Red Pill Philosophy app. Click the link below to learn more.
You want to know what the greatest fucking deception is? Do you want to know what one of the greatest motherfucking deceptions is? Do you want to know? Would you like to know? One of the greatest fucking deceptions, the most disempowering fucking illusions that are brainwashed into your head to justify somebody else's fucking career and ego. The illusion that you are somehow born an incapable retard who has to jump through societal hoops to prove himself capable of anything original, prove himself capable of thinking originally or having any fucking potential in the world. What am I talking about? I'm talking about intellectual authoritarianism. What is intellectual authoritarianism? Intellectual authoritarianism is the viewpoint and belief that if you did not jump through the educational system's arbitrary hoops that determine whether or not you're officially smart enough to think, letting those hoops determine whether or not a person is capable of thinking in the first place. You don't know how many times in the past year or so that I have been working on Red Pill Philosophy content that I have been introduced via the comment section or other methods to people who will leave comments something along the lines of, if you didn't go to college, if you don't have a degree, you're not allowed to think. Which is the stupidest fucking thing ever! Because most of the fucking ideas in textbooks taught in fucking college were fucking created by philosophers from the fucking Greek age thousands of fucking years ago. Aristotle, Plato, did they have fucking college degrees? No! They just fucking thought about it. And that's the fucking deception, isn't it? They want you to believe that you're nothing if you haven't jumped through their fucking hoops. And of course, hey, going through the educational system doesn't make you capable of thinking. All it fucking does is make you capable of obedient thinking. It makes you capable of thinking the way they want you to fucking think. It might be one of the worst fucking things ever. How evil to take the bright, curious, high potential mind of a child and to put him into a fucking school system and tell him, hey, you ain't shit, motherfucker. You know those original thoughts you come up with? Ignore them. Because you have to fucking focus on getting a fucking grade. Don't worry about that cool thought you had. That might be the beginning of a fucking revolutionary new perspective of physics. Because don't worry about the fact that most of the intellectual pioneers, fucking hated school. And the only reason they were able to intellectually pioneer in the motherfucking first place is that they weren't thinking within the tight confines of a fucking learning regimen imposed by a monopolized educational system. But to the contrary, that they were just fucking daydreaming. Fucking Einstein was sitting by a fucking lake, just chilling there, and all of a sudden he sees a boat moving by, and he's like, oh, in relation to where I'm sitting, but the boat moving, relativity. And that's where it came from. It didn't come from a fucking textbook. It didn't come from a fucking college degree, okay? It fucking came from his mind, because you have infinite fucking potential, and they don't want you to fucking know that. They don't want you to know that, do they? No. Professors and these little fucking losers who went to college and went into fucking debt and got their fucking degree, and now they think they're officially fucking better than everybody, and that you can't fucking think. Wow! And that you can't fucking think until you get your college degree. Those motherfuckers, they're trying to justify their fucking jobs. Of course, the universities are going to tell you, oh, by the way, you're nothing until you get a college degree. Well, no shit. Their money, their profit margin depends on you believing you're nothing. And this idea that, the fucking grade school is about learning. Yeah, if grade school is about learning, then why is it that most people forget most of what they learn in school? Okay, if number one, this is the argument that people support these evil institutions put out. Number one, they say you have to get good grades and you have to get your diploma and your degree, because if not, well, you're not going to be able to do anything in life. So number one, they say the point of learning, the point of school is to acquire information, learn things essentially, so you can go out into the world, right? Okay, wonderful. But if most people forget most of what they ever learned in school, then explain to me how useful school is. If the whole point of school, supposedly, is to learn things, but most people forget most of what they learned in school because it's not fucking useful, then is school really about fucking learning? I mean, clearly it's not if most people forget most of what they learned, because most people don't use most of what they learned in school, so they're never gonna fucking use it, so there's no point in fucking applying it or fucking remembering it. So clearly, if most people forget because this is a common phenomenon, everybody knows it, if most people forget most of what they learned in school, okay, then clearly the idea that school is about learning is fucking bullshit. And of course, the idea that school is about learning is the fucking cover story. Learning is the cover story for school. The real fucking purpose of school is behavioral training. Intellectual training is the cover story. The true purpose of school is behavioral training. Conformity. Submit. Be a fucking slave cog. That's the true fucking purpose of school. Workforce fucking training, bitches. Go read up some fucking history. And the sad part is that the people who buy into the educational system, who deep down when they were young, vulnerable children, and the little intuitive voice in their head was saying, this is wrong. This is not fucking right. I don't want to learn shit I'll never fucking use. What's the fucking point? One day, that little voice in their head, when they were young children at school, was finally fucking extinguished. Finally fucking extinguished. And they gave in to the system. And they began to worship the system. Stockholm Syndrome, worshiping your master. Worshiping your slave captor. And then they become minions of the system. And they fight to fucking defend it. They fight to defend a fucking system that enslaved them, that destroyed their fucking minds. And it's fucking evil. And that's what you have, intellectual authoritarianism. You have an industry that relies, its profit margins rely on you thinking you're retarded, on you thinking you're nothing until you jump through their fucking hoops and get their fucking diplomas and degrees. And then you got a bunch of minions who fell for that fucking lie and now fight to fucking defend it. And they will tell you, you didn't go to college, you don't have a degree? Who the fuck are you to think? Even though the very people who are the foundations of these fucking learning curriculums in college and school, the Einsteins, the Newtons, the Darwins, these people fucking hated school oftentimes. And they came up with the things out their fucking minds. Aristotle didn't have a fucking degree. Plato didn't have a fucking degree. But you know what they fucking had? They had a motherfucking mind and confidence. They fucking believed in themselves. God fucking damn it. And that's the most important thing you fucking need. Ah!